Here we go. 90 Wolf.
Okay, just like that. Just like that.
Ready?
Lauletta on first down. And right away, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now it's Lauletta. And he's got Fuller. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Lauletta. Flush to his right. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
At the 38-yard line.
10-2 stop.
Okay, we got to get a stop here, D.
2. To throw again on second down. Lauletta. And Thomas has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Lauletta, he'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Well, if there is a certainty in this game, we know that wherever he goes, he's going to draw a big-time crowd.
Throws into double coverage there, and look, that's something that he's going to have to deal with a lot in this game, I'm sure.
Yeah, they were lucky to get away with that one where it just fell incomplete, but they're going to count on him to uncover latent routes and make some difficult catches.
55. Right there in the middle. 55. Go.
Lauletta again here on 2nd and 10. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And he's got his man. That's Landry. 23 yards on the play.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
That's a good shot.
Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, Hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Hey, wahoo! Look at me, zipper! Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, seam 6, seam 6. Get it.
Throwing on third down, Lauletta. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at their own 11. A pretty good looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Ready?
On 2nd and 1, Rudolph under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
From the gun on third down, it's Rudolph. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6. The first down carry here for Johnson. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Rudolph. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Chopper! Chopper!
Check, 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 check. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Check 3, check 3. Check 52. 25.
X3, 218, chopper.
Switch, switch. Under 10, under 10, 10.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. Rudolph loses the football. It's out. And the Texans scoop it. The 20. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. Huge, huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. Yeah. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
On second down, Johnson. And all this Texans defense, they're all charged up now. They stopped him behind the line for the second straight play. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Hey, you. Now.
Shotgun snap for Rudolph. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Devin Bush, the linebacker, was the one there in pass coverage. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Lauletta. And a Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. T.J. Watt racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Look at me. Go.
Check right. Check 99.
Hey, Charlie.
This is 3rd and long. Here's Lauletta. Escaping the pressure right. He finds his target, Fuller. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
On the ready.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Rip left. He's crashing.
Hey, lock it. Ready.
A shotgun snap to Lauletta. It's complete to Fuller. 20, 10, touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. The 21st pick back in the 2016 draft, Will Fuller, and we know that he can take the top off of a defense.
He certainly can, and the way that he does it is just straight, pure speed. And I saw him with one of the better defensive coordinators in the league, and I said, how do you defend that? And he said, at times, you absolutely don't. If the quarterback gets time and he heaves it downfield, Will Fuller's going to outrun any coverage you put out there.
Let's go, boys. Bring it.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. They'll run on first down. It's Johnson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Going top shot for Smith-Schuster. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change. Thanks. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Five.
Check, Mike 57, Mike 57. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby. Mike's 57, 57's Mike.
Out of the gun, Rudolph. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Barry on the punt as he gets this one away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2 minutes to play. First half, it's 14-0. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
They shakes him off. He's going to let this one go deep. It got his man complete. A huge play there for Houston. And even 50 yards. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they'd take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here, and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
Here we go. 60-or.
Now a play fake, and it's Lauletta. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Go! Get ready!
Throwing again on second down. Lauletta. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. That was DeAndre Baker that time who was able to break that one up. The Texans on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. To the air yet again. Lauletta. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Check. Cross.
On 4th down, Lauletta. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Set. 70. Indy.
Go.
On 1st and 10, Rudolph. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be from 49 yards out. And this one is right down the middle. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, and he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out, you see, and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. You change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Rudolph. He's going to launch it for Washington. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Landry now on the return. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over.
Lauletta hit, and it's out. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And now he's got him in a great spot at the 8-yard line here, 1st and goal.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, is going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Duke Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And a little dangerous there, almost a penalty, but it does get into the end zone before going over the sideline for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Lauletta. He gets it to Thomas. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
A very solid gain of 27. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly, and now 1st and goal, expect them to tackle right here on this play.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Landry again the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Go! Christian, Travis, Smith!
59 Mike. Check, 59.
Go!
Out of the gun, Lauletta. And he's going to go down again. T.J. Watt, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal, now brings up a decision on 4th down.
And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Go, defense.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Hey, Orbit. Go.
Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Here's Rudolph. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw, Rudolph. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Lauletta now to throw it. Wide open receiver complete. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down.
He's checking.
Now here's Lauletta. He may try and run for this. And avoids the contact by sliding. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
36. Tighten up.
Lauletta looking for a first down throw. Looking long for Thomas. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 35.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. For big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Now Lauletta on first down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
You got hard.
From the red zone now, Lauletta. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And a short return to the 6-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Go! 8, read. Blue draw, Corker. on the ball.
He's coming. We got double up.
They go to Johnson again. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Give him 32 on the play.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them a lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
57.
Here comes a first down throw from Rudolph. Complete. It's Johnson. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
64, weak.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Hit it.
Play action. It's Rudolph. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. 27 yards there, a first down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Boy, the run on first down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, Haywood.
Yep. 57 to Mike. Not ready. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. I'm coming.
Hey, Echo.
57. Mike, 57.
Now on 2nd and 16. Rudolph stepping up. He's going to keep it. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. And down by 5. They've got to go for it here on 4th down. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
I'm all surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. To Johnson again. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give them 2 on the play. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? That is caught at the 7-yard line. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
Yeah. Watch the ball. Hey, check Mike 57.
Here we go on 4th. Rudolph. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And as Texans defense comes up with a goal line stand. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's 1 timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
4 down. Black 44.
Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll.
It's a loss of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory.